Um, okay. Uh, what is today topic? Today topic is very simple. It's like motivation. Um, Motivation for what? Actually, sometimes I think about that. Why we need actually motivation when you have to do something and you have a plan for something and you never do. I mean, you not getting your on your road, and you didn't know how I can start from my, and actually what is the first step uh, to start my journey. I can give example to you all of them. Like when I start the learning as a programmer, as a beginner in the beginning, just learn things, not more thinking about when I complete my learning at that time, what I can do actually. Is that benefit me or not? And when you think about the benefits and when you think about the output and the endpoint, that's the motivation and not the motivation. And with some people define motivation like that when you see other people's and they are very progressive and very um, innovative in their fields, and they think about this is the motivation for me, or they think about the motivation part is that actually they do that, they have done that, so I can also do that. I think my thinking is totally different uh, that's not a motivation, that's not a motivation, that's the that's the aim to do work only. And when you see other people's, um, when you see I can just give an example, like a person A, whose name is A, and he have done something which is very different and unique, and if he have done very unique and he is very successive in that field, and a lot of people's and seeing them, wow, this is very really good. He done very well, and he's done that thing that's not possible in the real life, or cannot do in real life man. And they think about why we can not do that, and that's a motivation. Actually, that's not a motivation. The motivation is not externally thing, it is an internally thing. I mean, when you think, uh, when you think about to do something, it's just a line. It's not just a line actually. This line also a motivation for you, should be motivation for you. And the motivation is a not externally thing. I mean, it not comes from one man to, and when you goes to other personality, when you watch other personality in the newspapers and other, and you think I could be the same personality. But at that time it is very sometimes, and that's, I think people have different conditions and conditions to do something. But in my scenario, it is very difficult to do that. Okay. um, I can explain more uh, why we need motivation, and motivation is very very compulsory to do something. When you don't have any aim to do something, I think the waste of time, and the waste of time you are living on the earth, and that's the time you are wasting. If God give you a life and you have to do something that different from other, and you have to serve the community in your field in which you are doing work, and not, I'm not mentioning that I am a programmer and that you should have to do should have to be a programmer. If you are doctor, if you are plumber, if you are mechanic, and other field in which you are doing work, it is very important. It is very important to do 100% of your own. And sometimes sometimes I think about uh, why I cannot do something the other can do. It little be a question, that the burning question of everyone in the market, in the industry, in the every field of life. Actually, though, I can repeat that question again. The question is that um, anything which other can do, why I'm not able to do that? I try my best, but I couldn't get the output to actually that actually I wanted. But what issue? What the um, reason? Actually, I didn't go that success that other one got. Get it? And I research on that. As I in the free time, I think so many times on that question. Why actually some people um, get their aims very easily, but the others have to work hard and hard, and they didn't get actually at that point, or at that success actually. And I got answer, and the answer is that sometime 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 you do your best. Okay, I mean, you have your skill, and you do you use your skill 100%, and you done well. But and at the end, and you got nothing, zero. You got nothing, nothing, zero. And that's should be the motivation for that peoples who didn't get the output at their desire. And desiring is one thing, and actual in reality you got something zero, like zero. I mean the no output as you wished. Sorry. So desiring is one thing, but in the real life, in the reality, you got zero. And this is the difference. When you realize this situation and understand and use 100% of your brain in that scenario, actually you won the match at that time. If you use 100% of your brain at that way and understand actually what the situation is now. Eh, the losing just not a mean you lose. It means to you gain new thing, and that you gain a new step, or you gain new set of errors. I mean the set and the data you have, and when you do next time same, and you must have in your mind what the last time I have do and I fail. I did and I fail. And at that time you remember and think about why I was fail. And you should at that time should clear in your mind what you have to done, what you have to do, uh, and the very strict belief on your uh, ideas, thinking, and is very important. When you not um, self understanding, if you not a self understanding, a self hardworking, and this bro, this is not a place for you. Okay. uh, you should have to work hard, you all guys. You should have to work hard. You should have to uh, consistent. Consistency is very important in the every field of life. Consistency is very important. And when you if you want to do something, or you want to aim for some sport, like a CEO or chairman, manager, or in that scenario you wanted I I can be there. And yes, you can do it, and very easily. But the consistency and the hard working and the truthness with you, with yourself and others. Okay, it is very important. Okay. This is all about the motivation lecture. uh, Motivation lecture to do something. If you have, if if you have to do something, you have to be a motivated. So motivation is very important, compulsory to do something. But uh, i I can say hundred and thousand of times that simple plain text or plain text meaning is that motivation not externally thing. and it is an internally thing. And when you should when you are not willing to do something, I think you should not to do something. That's clear. Okay. And the willingness is very important. Willingness is very important. I can give example to you all. I mean, if you want to do something and but you are not willing to do, if you are not willing to do something and you are doing again and again, you are doing again and again, I mean your interest is out of that context which you are doing. If your interest, if your attentions are not clear or crystal, and that's actually damage your progress. So it is very important. Willingness is very important to do something. In that age, my neighbors and listened so many um, time, and they like a child uh, who want to learn IT field. I mean the BS program, software engineering, IT, information technology or computer engineering, but their parents are not really agreed with him, and they decided. Actually, they decided they admitted their children to the doctor field or MBBS. If they want to be, he or she should be a doctor. But the children, a boy or girl, actually not happy, agreed with that point of view, because they are not willing. They aim to be a programmer. But if they admitted to the MBBS or college, MBBS college doctor, for learning doctor degree, MBBS, I question to that type of parents how they learned. Actually, if the willing is not with that boy and that girl, if they did not will to do that specific subject, that specific uh, degree, why they admitted that boy or girl to that college? It is just waste of time. So it is very important to understand uh, for parents what actually children want, what actually their boys and girls want, and the new generation. Actually, the new generation know what is uh, good or bad. Okay, and uh, in it's not. I mean, I'm very supportive to that scenario where children not um, sorry, not more asking questions to their parents. They say GG, yes, yes. But I think the children should decide their their aim, what they can, they want to do, they are willing to do, be actually. Because if I want to be a doctor, and that's the willing factor for me, and this is the positive point for that person or for me. If I want to do be a doctor, okay, if I want to be a doctor, and actually this is the my will, okay, and this is, if this is the my will and I want to be a doctor, and that's the willingness, and the willing factor is a self motivation for me. Actually, the motivation type, how many types of motivation type, only one motivation type, and no other type of motivations. It is just a self motivation. There no other definition and no other uh, types of motivation exist in that sense. Only one type is all about is the self motivation. And self motivation, if you don't have self motivation, what can you do? Actually, you could not do anything if you don't have self motivation. Okay, so self motivation is very important. So this is all about the whole topic of today, um, where we actually start, where we can start from. Sorry, as a beginner, lot of things I can see when I was in beginner life, and I think about uh, lot of problems, lot of overthinking. Is I think at that time I remembered, I think, is the right path on which I am walking. Why should I not choose other path? Self motivation at that time is very peak, but I have self motivation at that time. But at the same time, when I doing again and again, and I didn't go to this specific output that I am aiming at that time. And the one question that knocking again and again is that is the right path at that point. um, and the self motivation also not overcoming that question, that part of question at that time, because you are a beginner, and you should, at that time you not getting output. And if you not getting the output at that time, and you are weak in your motivation level, I mean self motivation, and you couldn't get anything or any output, and the self motivation cannot do anything at that time. So self motivation is very important, but you have to be consistent. I mean, when I remembered, I think lot of thinkings in my mind, is that right path, and the self motivation all also in that at that sport. I have the self motivation, self motivated, but so consistency and the self motivation is very important, because these both things, if you have in your life, and you, I think you can do anything. And this is all about today topic. It is very important. um, if you are not motivated, if you are not willing to do something, you must watch that live stream. And this is the actually my first live stream, and why I'm very uh, excited for that. And this is my first YouTube uh, live stream. Okay, bye bye.